Hi and welcome to another episode of the History Buff. You've all heard about the Battle of Restigouche and Campbellton Fire and all sorts of stuff, but did you hear about the small community town that was there in 1760 called La Petite Rochelle on the Cross Point side, Pointe à la Croix? The people don't know where Cross Point is from Campbellton, Cross Point, border to Campbellton, Quebec, New Brunswick, where people go to buy cheap beer. I know I do. It's about the story of the deportation of 1755, which a bunch of Acadians fled to that area and were protected by the Mi'kmaq people, and they created a small village called La Petite Rochelle. And when during the Battle of Restigouche, Lord Byron, he saw that village and told his troops, you know what, you guys, let's take this town down and let's burn it to the ground and get all the French people out of here. Like, no, sorry, people, les Français ont résisté à la guerre, and well, anyway, the village still burnt down. To this day, the place is still there, but it's underground. Excavations have been done, and if you go on Cross Point side and you go directly to Highway 132, you look on your right and you see old buildings. That's the center for La Petite Rochelle. And hopefully soon we can go to the actual site where La Petite Rochelle was. We'll be filming that, and so here's a brief little history of La Petite Rochelle. La Petite Rochelle, the first Euro-American settlement in the town of what was by Acadians fleeing the expulsion in 1755. Retreating as far as up the Restigouche River, they were trapped by a huge British fleet in the Battle of Restigouche. Approximately 1,500 Acadians and Petite took refuge here. With the local Mi'kmaq Native Americans, their combined resistance was not able to prevent the English landing at their village, which they had named La Petite Rochelle, after the Seigneurie de La Petite Rochelle, situated at Pointe-au-Bourdon. The village was completely destroyed by a fire on August 23, 1760. Further upriver near Restigouche, the Battle of Restigouche ended with all French ships and most Acadians' boats sunk. But the English were not successful in landing because the number of muskets on shore. The Acadians had made their last stand here and survived. Their resistance was in effect a success. After the conquest of Pointe à la Croix was primarily a fishing force incorporated as Cross Point, but changed to the French name in 1970. The town now is nearly fully integrated with the Campbellton area. Despite its economical ties to it and geographical proximity with Campbellton, the municipality observes the Eastern Standard Time, which puts it an hour behind. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this little episode of the History Buff. I hope your little brain is a bit buffer. I know I got more episodes coming on the way. So you guys keep on watching the History Buff and the History Buff Did You Know and my other shows, and we'll buff up your brain more.